In this week's episode, we talk about Don't Worry, Darling.
And other pop culture news.
Don't worry, darling.
I'm not worried. I mean,
good.
I was worried. I think people that financed this movie were worried.
Yeah.
Anyways, Don't Worry, Darling, directed by
Olivia
Wilde. Written by the Van Dykes and Sybil. I can't remember their names. Anyways, starring the great Florence, Pugh, Harry Styles, Chris Pine, Olivia Wilde,
Gemma Chan. His name just left my brain. Nick Kroll.
Anyone else that you should mention?
I think those are all the recognizable faces.
Okay.
other
Dita Von
people.
Teese has a scene.
Yes.
I think that's it, right?
Those are all the names that I recognize, but there are several other people.
Oh yeah, of course.
In the film.
There's always more
Yes.
people. So this one, Don't Worry, Darling. You might heard of the movie quite a bit in the past weeks from Venice. Was that Venice or was it Cannes? Was it Venice, right? Venice Festival. They went.
Yeah, I think so.
And they didn't do press together, and it was like Pugh didn't say anything, but director was always denying.
Yeah.
Basically.
So much drama.
Yeah, basically affirming. What's the word?
Validating.
Confirming. All the rumors, because one say no, it's not true, you know.
It kind of makes you think that
remember a certain president, I never had sexual relationships with that woman.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, even before that, there's this great line in Hamlet where Hamlet's like, methinks the lady doth protest too much.
Yeah.
So
anyway, so you heard a lot about this movie, and we probably you probably finally had an opportunity to see it on the theaters. Don't Worry, Darling premiered a couple weeks ago.
I think so.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And it's one of the wave of movies post summer. We are officially on the fall now,
which means it's award season.
Yes.
Or rather, the movies looking for awards. We switched from summer blockbusters to the Oscar bait, the types of movies that are going for award season.
Yeah, and some summer blockbusters, some action-packed movies get that. Gladiator. We see Saving Private Ryan. We have some other great Jurassic Park. You have other great examples of summer movies, but traditionally now is when they gathering their people, garnishing to try to garnish awards, being them Golden Globes, Oscars, BAFTAs, and so it's a time of the year that movies more adult, intellectual, or quotes intellectual.
Yes.
Brainy, cerebral, artistic, yes. That some of the audiences might never see it, and that happened a lot all the time. Like Birdman won, and Birdman was. I had hard time to see it, not to watch the movie,
but just tracking it down
to find a place to see it. I remember in Salt Lake City was there's a couple theaters, downtown theaters. One is the Tower. I think the other one is called Broadway. That shows that kind of movie, and the more artistic movie, the less commercial movies. And I saw there. Fun fact about Birdman: the entire movie is in a long shot, no cuts.
Oh, cool!
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It actually has cuts, but it's made in a way.
But they make it look like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing like 1942.
1917?
1917, yes. I knew it was a war.
Yeah. It was the first one.
Yes. But that, was disgraced. And by disgrace, I mean it was dishonored. it should win instead of Parasite. But you know where we stand about that. But it was good. Michael Keaton is spectacular on it. You should rewatch one time. Anyways,
we're here to talk about Don't Worry, Darling.
Don't Worry, Darling. It's because Don't Worry, Darling is such a tragedy to talk about.
Such a disappointment because I'll be okay. So going into this, hearing all the drama and like drama has been going on for months. It was promoting this movie when Olivia Wilde was served the divorce paper or the custody papers on stage. Like, so months of drama going behind this movie, and I honestly wasn't that interested because the Rotten Tomatoes score, it's one of those rare instances where critics and audience are kind of about the same, like just not enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I went in with a very low bar, but honestly, the first couple acts, like I was into it.
Before you get into the movie, and we're gonna try not to spoil because anyways, the movie gonna spoil itself in front of you if you dare go watch.
Yeah.
But the whole drama that started in the CinemaCon when Olivia Wilde was presenting, and then she was presented with divorce papers. The drama started before that.
That's right.
We only start learning after the fact, which makes me think that's like, so they had this drama and then the movie is coming out and all this drama is popping out. It makes me wonder if it was fabricated. You know, there's a saying in Hollywood, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
You know, so they could use that, exaggerate that, or even create that. The actors, they're professional liars. So maybe it's like, hey, let's create this to bring people to the movies. And the sad surprise was they brought people to the movies, and the numbers were, the more people that watch, the more people will talk about it.
Aren't great.
And because it wasn't consistent, they didn't have the content was, you know, that great. It's like, oh, that's like I came here for this. Anyways, well, let's talk about the movie now.
Okay, so positives. Florence Pugh. Just wow. Yeah. This woman is incredible. And we both said, like, as we left the theater, like, you could, like, this girl and, like, a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
Done. She's such a good actress.
And she has range, you know. She was in an MCU movie, in an MCU show.
That's
right. She was in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Midsummer. There's a couple of the movies we want to see her. She's on the Little Girls, right?
Little Women. Yeah.
And she's another one, Fighting with My Family with The Rock.
Yes, that's right. Oh, I really want to see that.
Everything we see her, she's you know, she's
captivating. She totally steals the screen, not because she's a diva, but because she's just like dang talented. I mean, maybe she's a diva, but like I don't even care because she's so good.
There's one thing about horror, and this is not horror per se, even though there's some horrible situations.
It's suspenseful. There's mystery, but
there's a trope of horror movies, you know, the pretty girl that has to sustain the whole thing and carry. It's like carry the movie on her back because if she dies, the movie is over. On this one, she does extra. Because if I wonder if it was someone else, if this movie would not be it's kind of a bomb, but if it wouldn't be like a
total failure.
So she saves the movie as possible is to save because there's so much she can do.
Yeah, so she like that positive right off the bat, like amazing, and I will watch. Like I'm such a fan, and she's super popular and totally deserves it. Also, the production design. Most of this film is set in like a 1950s-esque suburb, and it's just really fun. Like the dresses, the swimsuits, the cars, the mid-century modern house that is with like the sunken living room, and like all the crazy cool appliances in the kitchen.
Living room?
Their living room, I don't know if you noticed, like the top of the couch is at like floor level with the rest of the house. So you step down into the living room.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Very mid-century modern.
Okay.
So, like, I loved it. That's all, like, incidental to the actual story and the plot. But I did enjoy looking at this movie.
Yeah, it was the design setting, the costume design was very, very good.
Yeah, and I felt like it was really, like the first act was super compelling. I was into it. Against my will, I was into it.
But then the second act, it stretches the first act. It doesn't move.
It doesn't like develop or progress. And like I don't need everything to be a Western like 3-act structure. But like by the time you're 2/3 of the way through the movie, Like, some stuff should be happening. Some things should develop, should change. You should be taken on a journey. And we were still in the same place.
Yeah, and you know, like a journey to Oregon on the, what's it called, the game?
Oregon Trail.
On the Oregon Trail, and some people don't make it.
Yes.
It definitely loses audiences through that journey because it's not moving, and it's like, oh man, this shots are beautiful. Harry Styles is cute. Florence Pugh is beautiful, but you start feeling.
But the story starts.
Sandmen show up.
Yeah, and like not in the fun Neil Gaiman way.
Yeah.
But in the we splurged on luxury seats. And we're reclined, and well, anyway. And then by the third, like, I just found the third act, like, by the end, what was supposed to be the climax was deeply unsatisfying. There were a couple of plot holes, and one character makes, like, a 180, like, a decision that makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah. And
so it just felt like, I don't know what to do here. Here's an ending. I don't know. It's really unfortunate.
And even the very end, you know, the pseudo climax, the victory, the conclusion. You've been given information before that's not possible. That's not gonna end well. But it does end well, but off camera, anyways.
Or does it? I don't know.
It's
And again, I don't need it to end well. Like, it's really okay
it doesn't
for
have
this
to
to be
end
a
well.
dark ending. But like,
yeah, and I was
we weren't
hoping
set up for a mystery box. We were set up like we were leading towards something like conclusive and I don't know. It just it didn't jive.
Yeah, and even about ending one day first. There's a kind of like double revelation. When there's a first revelation, I thought they would end there, But if anything, it's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe some other director, more experienced director, could, you know, because ending is hard. You know?
Yes.
And you
yes.
learn.
In their defense, yeah, I don't.
You learn throughout, you know,
it.
trying and failing and succeeding. So I thought, you know, at some revelation moment in the movie, if it would end. But no, let's stretch it, and then do the revelation again. I was like, you know,
yeah.
And it's like there's some scenes, there's some moments very psychedelic, artistic. It feels super forced. In specific, there's a scene, and this is not a spoiler because it's a simple scene in the beginning. Is a cocktail party. What's it called? That like during the day, they by the pool, cocktail party, right?
Yeah, sure.
So they having a cocktail party by the boss's house. The boss's house is the only house in that project that has the pool. It's the only house that's red. Every other house is white, picket fence, and no pool. They do have a community pool. But anyways, but they are on this house, and the camera. It's like the action is divided into groups. The man talking man things and the woman talking woman things. I don't even remember what they were talking. But the cameras start spinning around the woman and spinning around the man. But it's like it feels so forced. I remember film school when some people say, "Oh, I want to do a shot like this." I was like, "Why?" Because I
want to do that shot.
Because I saw it. Because I like it. Because I want to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I don't know. Experienced director, because there's a director of photography. He might say, "I want to do this," and the experienced director said, "No, let's not do this." Or the director told the director of photography, "Let's do this," and he said, "No, this doesn't fit." So you feel you see the inexperience there. I mean, concerning this type of movie, she did a comedy, and it was okay. It wasn't as bad. But overall, it's like, because it's so long, because it drags, you feel like, oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think I would be so upset about this if they weren't dealing, like, they had a cool concept, great beginning, and
great talent,
a solid cast, like a really great cast.
I mean, I
wouldn't be annoyed if it wasn't, like, if they didn't have all this great potential that just like didn't quite pan out at the end.
Yeah,
Which
I mean, they had a great talent. I kind of floats towards the thing that they shouldn't cast Chris Pine as the bad guy, because for me it doesn't work. It doesn't feel like, and we know he's a bad guy. He's extremely bad guy, even though we don't know the extension of the bad things and how exactly he's
but it's
doing.
pretty obvious the first time he shows up, or even when they're talking about him, like, oh,
yeah. Also
red
because,
flags for this dude.
Yeah. Also because the comments the director made out there, but. Chris Pine, no, it does not work. He was a terrible guy. I guess maybe it's writing, because he was a terrible guy. He was a terrible guy on that movie.
Oh shoot! I know the one you're talking about.
Thandie Newton.
Yeah.
She changed her name. I can't remember.
I don't know how to say it, but Thandie or something like that.
On Amazon, the knife that cut. Is that
maybe? I truly don't remember, but yeah, he's like the double agent spy guy.
Yeah, and it turns out that he
he's
was
like a
bad
really
guy.
bad dude.
That movie really worked. His charm to deceive you that he was actually bad. This one is not deceiving you. You know from zero that he's the bad guy, and because it's Chris Pine, I don't think it worked that well. I
don't know. You can go see it for yourself. It's in theaters for a bit. But you could wait to stream it, or you could just skip it if you wanted to. I'm not gonna say this is one you have to see.
I mean, if you live in a place where gas is cheap, or if your car is electric and you don't live in California because you can charge there, you might go. It's be ready for disappointment, because it had so much potential. It's so much potential. I
was so into it. I was like, man,
the story.
Maybe everybody's wrong, but then I was, oh, okay, never mind.
The story is not bad. It's poorly executed.
Yeah. Oh well.
Don't worry, darling. You can always see something on Netflix. No, I'm kidding. Don't worry, darling is out in the theaters everywhere. So if you dare, go see. But pay attention to Florence Pugh, because everything else.
She definitely is the best part of this entire film. Okay, let's talk about Netflix. Netflix is busy.
Oh, just one thing about Don't Worry, Darling. Did you talk about the whole mess?
We mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, because it was one of the bids was about she's screaming at Florence Pugh.
Yeah, Olivia Wilde's having screaming matches.
And the fact that in Venice they didn't talk to each other, and one corner was Olivia Wilde denying everything. Pugh said, "I'm not gonna do press. I'm here because I'm professional. I'm gonna be on a picture. I'm gonna be on a red carpet. I'm gonna watch the movie, but that's it." And I go out, and she was so professional to the point that she's actually you guys gonna forgive me because I don't remember specific what, but Florence Pugh was shooting something somewhere else, but flew for the premiere, because that's how a pro works. But she didn't play the pretend game, and it's like everything is fine, they're gonna talk to the press, because the press would ask. And one thing is not saying anything, but if the press has a chance to ask, you might would have to say, I don't know her, but because principles, she could spill the beans. But anyways, so just that was on the news this past week. It's still mysteries and absurdities about this movie.
Yeah. Anywho, let's move over to Netflix. We've got a lot to talk about there. First of all, Cobra Kai season 5. This most recent season of Cobra Kai is absolutely kicking the rings of power.
Oh, it's kicking everybody's butt. It's a top on the charts, right?
I think so. Which isn't surprising, because it's a formula that works, and it's really fun to watch. I think I mentioned last time I wasn't super into it the first couple episodes, but by the end, man, I was there.
Yeah, it's
so fun.
It's solid.
It's so dumb good. And it's so fun.
Yeah, it's it's make boys want to be boys, and go kick yeah, and also in this new ones, right? The original not so much. When this one, girls too make girls go and fight bad guys. It's and they have role models. They have good guys to follow. The bad guys are sublime. The bad guys are bad.
Oh my gosh.
Bad, unredeemable, unexcusable. They are bad, like bad guys should be. You know, it's a story of black and white, and it's a.
But also people making the journey. Back where we see kids like go back and forth, they're trying to find their way.
Yes.
They're dealing with stuff and they're not sure who to follow. We see Johnny growing. We see
in the case of the
Danny
kids,
dealing with his own personal demons. Like, yeah, it's
in the case of the kids, it's like kids, right? So kids gonna be stupid, do mistakes, that happens. But in the case of the adults, the journey from the dark side to the light side is not easy, and we saw that from Johnny. You know, the entire Karate Kid movie. He was where he got to the end. He realized, and he moved on, and he fell back into those mistakes. And then, anyways, you have to watch the show and the movies. But yeah, it's justifiable. Meanwhile, the show where the sea is always right.
Oh my God.
And I'm not talking about Love Boat.
No, Rings of Power is just not.
And they like
not doing it.
Like, forget about moving a character from A to B, you know, because they do a lot of changes. But on my example, let's say you move a character from here to here. It's a small change. Everybody does, you know, for many reasons. Now they're creating legend and myth to the lore that Tolkien created. That is not there. It's like it's absurd. It's like, how dare you?
There's an interesting fan theory that's becoming popular that they're trying to do what The Witcher did and have different timelines happening. So maybe not all of these events are happening at the same time and we'll have this reveal. There's also people thinking that like
but that's
this king of the south who's supposed to return is going to become the Witch King of Angmar. That Theo, the boy in the village, is going to become the mouth of Sauron. But
what's the mouth of Sauron?
Remember, he's the guy who comes to the gate and the king throws him the mithril shirt, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Frodo." So, but like we're 5 episodes into an 8-episode series, and even like diehard. Like people who were super into this at the beginning are saying like, oh, it's still trying to get its feet. They're still trying to get their feet under them. You're over halfway through your season.
Yeah.
And billions of dollars into it. Like, you better have your feet under you.
Yeah, the timeline thing is a good theory, but it doesn't. Well, if what some people believe, if this stranger is Gandalf. The Galadriel timeline and the Gandalf timeline, it was separated for thousands of years. So it's in The Witcher they do, let's say, years, decades, fine, but yeah.
I don't know if it's enough to save it, but anyway.
And the inconsistencies, elves that don't the cut hair, they're short. Galadriel, I'm reading.
She's so teeny.
I'm reading Unfinished Tales of Numenor, The Sons of Turing, whatever the title is a long title. Tolkien book of Unfinished Tales edited by his son Christopher Tolkien. And in one of the appendixes, start talking about measurements in Middle-earth. How measure distance and height and all sorts of things. These people had details, solid details. Like Galadriel is 6.4, super blonde. This girl is 5.1.
Yeah, and like they've proved in The Hobbit, you can change the height of people. Like I like the actress. I like her a lot. I think she's doing the best she can with what she's been given, which is not a lot. But like they could make her look taller. They proved that in The Hobbit. That there's like all kinds of cool camera tricks to like change.
Yeah.
You know.
But
Elijah Wood is a normal sized human being. He's not a 3 foot tall.
Aaron's character is like super short.
Yeah.
Celebrimbor. Is it Celebrimbor?
Yeah. With short hair.
What was this something about the yeah, they all short hair and I don't know if they're gonna touch that. There's definitely something about Celebrimbor and Galadriel. Oh, I think I was thinking about this week. I can't remember. I think I'm not sure if it's the age, but Celebrimbor is actually in love with Galadriel, even though she's married. And she said, "I love you, and I'm gonna do this for you." It's a long story, isn't it, book? But the way they put him, he could be her father. He's like much older.
Yeah.
Anyways,
there's lots of reasons not to like the show.
Even considering that elves don't get old, that guy did.
He did. Anyways, so the moral of the story is Netflix pulled a spin-off series from YouTube and made it a smash hit. Amazon spent $250 million plus on like the greatest epic written in the English language, and it's not doing so great. So anyway, that's happening. Also at Netflix, and this is another like super controversy, they've debuted a series about Jeffrey Dahmer. It's in the #1 spot, even though a lot of people are calling it like horrifying, almost to the point of being unwatchable. The families of Jeffrey Dahmer victims are really upset because Netflix didn't like warn them about this or consult them or anything.
There was something I saw a bit on the news. There was something about sexuality, not like exposing. I don't know. I didn't see the show, but there was something about on the genres. Is that what they call it? The classification. It's like you see
genre,
action,
subgenre.
thrillers, the subgenres.
Yeah.
There was LGBTQ plus. I minus whatever. There was classified as like gay content, right? So the gay community got pissed. I don't know if the character is gay. I don't know if the story has anything gay, but because he's a bad guy. But there's bad guys. There's straight bad guys. There's gay bad guys. I don't know details.
It's true. All kinds of people can be
but the
bad
community
guys.
doesn't know. You cannot link us to this. Anyways, there's another polemic. Another controversy concerning this show, but we'll see. I don't know the story. I don't know who that is. But
cannibalistic serial killer.
Cannibal. Okay.
Yeah.
There's definitely They put posts. They post pictures of the cast and real characters. They look alike. And that kid, I can't remember his name. What's his name?
I don't remember, but he was Quicksilver, right?
Yes, and
other cool
roles. He
was
on American Horror Story. He was on.
He's a good actor.
He's good. So I'm gonna take a look.
All right. Much lighter note. We've got a trailer, a sneak peek for Extraction 2. This is the Chris Hemsworth movie.
No. Yes, Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Yeah, in my head, I thought to say Chris Evans. I was like, no, that's not the right Chris.
Nope, wrong Chris. No. This is
produced by the Russo brothers, based on a comic book. Not Marvel, but the first one was action packed. Was beautifully done. It was intense. It was of course they changed some things, but the final product was excellent.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
And they're coming with another one.
They are. So the hero, the Chris Hemsworth role, obviously the hero, the protagonist, his name is Tyler Rake, and I really loved his character and this take on the action hero. Anyway, so I'm super looking forward to this, and the trailer looks awesome.
If you didn't see the first one, he didn't die.
Yeah. Which we kind of knew. Like the clues were there.
That's true. It's
the clues were there.
Obvious.
We've been speculating since then. Okay, another popular Netflix series is coming back. You.
Me?
No, not you. You.
Oh.
Yeah.
You.
They're getting season 4. It's going to be split into 2, like a part 1 and a part 2, but that's coming next year. And the trailer is just as like
very
ambiguously sinister as the show is. I only watched the first couple seasons, but yeah.
Yeah,
it looks like they're continuing.
Very out of the breaking the fourth wall and very monologue. He
narrates himself. Yeah. We hear like his inner. Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know about the other seasons, but there's so many characters.
Yeah,
It feels
they
like
brought a lot of people
not
on
judging
screen.
not judging a book by its cover.
No, we're judging a series.
Sure, by its trailer.
Yeah.
There's so many young, beautiful people.
Yeah.
It feels like a CW show.
I mean a little bit,
Yeah, okay.
but less soapy. At least, well, again, I only watched the first 2 seasons.
So this is short seasons.
I think so.
Like 10 episodes, 12?
Yeah, 12, I think.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
I mean, there's only so far you can go before people realize, wait a second, you're not a charming man. You're psychotic. You're going to kill me. Anyway. Okay, here's one that I'm truly excited for. Last one for Netflix, at least for now. Enola Holmes 2. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Since Enola Holmes 1. I was hoping for it, and it's happening. Millie Bobby Brown, Henry Cavill. Really, do we need to say any more?
It's it looks as good as the first one, if not better. It looks like Sherlock's gonna be more involved in this one. But the first one was really good. This one looks super good too. When it comes out?
November 4th.
November 4th on Netflix. We'll be watching.
For sure.
And you should.
You should.
You should. But not you. I mean, you should watch you too. I don't know.
It's okay. Okay, also coming on November 4th to Roku is a film that I am truly delighted is happening.
Yeah, it's a weird film.
Yeah, it looks so weird. Weird, the Al Yankovic story. So again, this is made by Roku, so it's premiering on Roku.
It might have a limited theater premiere. We're not so sure. You give details when time comes.
Yeah. So we finally saw like a full-on trailer for it, and we've seen this stuff happen in the trailer. Like, wait, no way is that for real?
Yeah.
It wasn't for real.
I mean, let's see the movie and find out.
It looks there is.
Sometimes people already denying. No, that didn't happen.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, watching this, and there were a lot of moments. It's like, no way, Weird Al did that. No.
Yeah, but it's like a rocker story.
Yeah, it seems like
sex,
this film,
drugs, rock and roll.
Yeah, like it's a parody of a rock biopic. Maybe, I don't know.
With truth mingled with reality and weird and fake and parody, because he's a parody man.
He is. Oh, love the guy. So Daniel Radcliffe, Rainn Wilson, Evan Rachel Wood. That was her, right?
I think so. I hope so. Yeah, it's her. I saw her name.
Yeah, and even the man himself, at least for one brief shot. So that's also coming on November 4th.
Yeah.
One more for Netflix. The Crown Season 5 is coming November 9th.
Yeah.
So basically in November, we're just going to be watching lots of stuff.
A lot of Netflix. Getting ready for Christmas. You watch all that, and then Christmas, you're going to rewatch all the fun Christmas stuff.
Yes.
Including Jack Ryan Season 4. Is it 4?
Maybe Season 3.
3, of course. Yeah. Wait. For next year. I don't know what they're gonna do this for. But yeah, Jack Ryan, Amazon announced. That's a solid product from Amazon. Even though they took liberties, it doesn't, it doesn't offend. It doesn't, yeah, it's a good one. Even though we didn't watch it, I don't see anybody complaining about it. Maybe Dwight, but besides that.
Everybody else is cool with it. As if that's not enough for you to watch, MGM's Epix is going to be relaunching in January 2023 with the all-new, totally original name, MGM Plus.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so... I don't know, lack of creativity. It's like it's becoming synonym of online streaming.
Yeah.
It's plus. You have a version. There is a cable, a broadcast version, a cable version, and plus.
Yep.
Online.
Whatever. Yeah. I'm not super invested in that. David Zaslav. There have been a lot of rumors about swirling around the Warner Brothers Discovery merger and things getting bought out. And Zaslav says no.
You're not for sale.
Yeah.
Good. And he should stick there and keep the realm together. It was said by the Warner Brothers Discovery's directors that Blue Beetle, it's safe and it's gonna be released. So good news.
thank goodness, because it looks, what little we've seen looks really good so far, and I just really badly want this to happen.
And the kid, Cholo Maiduanan, he's good. He proved that in Karate Kid. I'm pretty sure he's
definitely a great pick. I would like a really natural fit for a teenage superhero.
And I'm curious on how they're gonna expand that into the the DC universe of characters, because it was said that Jason Sudeikis is gonna be Tag Horde, the original Blue Beetle.
Right.
But at the same time, it's gonna be, the movie's gonna have a lot of what's his name? Reyes? I can't remember his first name. A lot of the kid, the Blue Beetle, family and community. It was said that a lot of the movie is spoken Spanish.
Oh, cool. So maybe this is going to be more like Shazam, where it's just like really focused on the one guy and then expand later.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about expand. I'm curious about how this is going to connect to the original Blue Beetle. That becomes a mentor for him. If we look, you're gonna see Booster Gold, but that's that's pushing.
Wow.
But
Dream
also,
big, my love.
but and the bad guys, and I'm curious on how they're gonna manage all that. But the suit looks really good.
Yeah, the suit looks amazing. Okay, in the meantime, Russell Brand is in trouble with YouTube, and YouTube is in trouble with Russell Brand.
Oh yeah, so YouTube's censoring if you say anything, and that includes us. If you say anything that goes against the will of the YouTube overlords, you censored, you banned, etc., etc. And he said something about COVID masks, the whole big bag of crap that has been going on since COVID started, and YouTube blocked his video. So he joined Rumble. We talked about Rumble a couple weeks ago. It's a conservative media platform that embraces freedom, so you are able to speak things that are not going to be censored or criticized. Criticized, of course, you're going to be criticized.
Yeah,
it's part of the freedom.
Fine, but it's
but
like
you're not going to be banned or silenced. Silenced. You're not going to be silenced. So he moved there. He said he's still going to stay on YouTube until they kick him completely. So he's going to be on both. But a lot of people that start doing Rumble moved and stayed.
That's interesting, because Russell Brand is definitely not someone you would think of as like hyper conservative or far right or anything like that.
But he's intelligent, he's smart to the point that he's able to dialogue, to have a conversation. It's not like, oh, you're saying something against me, you racist, you misogynistic, you narcissist, whatever. No, he has conversations. We see him going to conservative, outspoken people, podcasts. He gives interviews. He's someone that are able to talk. And there's something said about smart people, that smart people have the capacity of change their minds. And stupid people, they never gonna change their minds. And if you go against them, you're wrong. You are Nazi. And Anyways,
there a fantastic, what I think will be a fantastic crossover is in the works, and a set image was linked. So this is a Doom Patrol Titans Stargirl crossover. Did you see the image? I didn't see the image. I did.
There was several images. We talked about that last week, didn't we?
Did we? I don't think so.
Anyways.
I feel like I remember that.
I don't know. Maybe it was one out of script that I threw there. It's different images. It's like the set meeting and taking a picture here, and then there's a character on the set. So it's different. Yeah. Cool. That's cool, because Stargirl is doing well by itself.
Yeah, it's a fun
without
show.
Any crossover. Titans is doing their job. So is Doom Patrol. Let's see how they work together. And it's
so messed up.
It would be definitely be very, very different than the type of thing CW did, because they all had like Flash and Supergirl and Arrow, even though they're very different in their ways. They always had something that was like quite the same, you know, like Flash had his team, Arrow had his team, Supergirl has his team. It's like none of these guys have teams in the books. Anyways, so
I heard someone at FanX call it the Berlanti-verse.
Yeah,
we usually call it the Arrowverse, but like the Berlanti-verse is, I think,
oh yeah, CW was trying to kill,
because it's like got his mark is on all of them.
Yeah, and CW was trying to kill the whole Arrowverse. Once Arrow ended, they tried to call it CW Superhero Universe. It didn't catch up. People still call Arrowverse.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. Oliver is our king. What's going on with The Last of Us?
Oh, you didn't see the trailer for that. We forgot to see the trailer for that.
Yeah, you didn't say it was a trailer, so I missed that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Well, we will see the trailer and come back to you.
For the show?
For the HBO Max show.
Cool.
Yeah, completely dropped the ball on that one because I forgot to see and she forgot to see. Yeah. But Pedro Pascal, the girl that was Lady Mormon.
What's her name? I don't remember.
It was Lady Mormon, right? Mormon?
Yes. But in the actress, I knew that at one point. Game of Thrones.
On Game of Thrones. And there's other people, the Olivia Pope from French, Anna Torv.
Yes.
And
I forgot she
and more.
Yeah.
But from pictures, I saw pictures. It looks good. Let's see how much they're gonna change.
Yeah.
Because for those who play the game, that ending is bananas. It's like whoa.
Cool.
She didn't play.
I know. I'm like halfway through, maybe.
Yeah.
If that. Anyway, I'm gonna finish it. Okay, Star Trek.
Before season 3.
Yes, ideally before season 1, but realistically.
Well.
Anyway, Paramount had been planning on a Star Trek 4, but it's removed from their upcoming release slate.
Sucks.
It's like I feel like they were declining. Like the first one was awesome, the second one was okay, the third one, like it's okay.
Yeah, I really liked the first one. The second one, I didn't hate, but third one was kind of
Yeah, see, it's not a good trend.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's
especially because the third one had the same kind of trope from the second one, that the bad guy. It turns out, I mean, it was Khan, but we knew that, even though JJ said it wasn't. But on the third one, it was the bad guy wasn't. He was a good guy pretending, but he was actually a bad guy. I was like kind of surprised. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin Bacon has joined the cast of Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley.
Yeah, and the cast is getting big. Has Eddie Murphy, which is already big by himself. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He has the original cast, George Reynolds. So many names. And well.
It looks good.
Let's hope Netflix, working nostalgia, working what people love, is doing well with Stranger Things.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. Let's hope this is another one.
Yeah, I think it will be fun. Coming to America was pretty fun. So
yes, but that was Amazon. I didn't mention that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like it's an Eddie Murphy.
Sure.
Thing.
I just didn't mention because following the trend of doing that well, Amazon did that well. Even though Coming to America wasn't terrible, it was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
As much as I expected to. Anyway.
Even though I still think it should be called Coming to Zamunda. Because
because they didn't really come to America so much as everybody went to Zamunda. Yeah. Anyway, you know what would be cool? If someday they made a great movie that takes place in Africa, but a real country. Like an upbeat, fun, happy movie, but that takes place in a real country. Not Wakanda, not Zamunda, but a real African place.
Yeah.
But an African story that's not about genocide or civil war.
That's that one, The Gods Must Be Crazy. Have you seen those?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I watched the first one a lot growing up.
Yeah, there's the scene with missionaries.
Yes.
I when I was in Africa, there's a place I think it's called God's Window. That's in the movie.
Oh, okay.
That's where I was.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool. But that centers on Europeans and Americans.
What?
I mean, there's the one. Anyway, that's a different conversation.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, Marvel's working on another vampire movie, Blade, but the director's already left.
Yeah, there's a lot of problem on the set of Blade, including that Mahershala Ali. I think that's how we say his name.
Mahershala Ali, yeah.
The actor. He's not happy about that. So, and the director clearly not happy.
Yeah, no
if
kidding.
he left or he was taken out.
Invited to leave.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Marvel, like Star Wars, is producers cinema. The producer Kevin Feige, in case of Marvel, Catherine Kennedy, in case of Star Wars, they rule. Directors are sort of, if not completely, employees. So if the director has an idea and they will deny that. But if the directors have an idea and want to put that in the movie, say, no. That's not how the Marvel Cinematic Universe is. I am the protector of I'm the guardian of the MCU library, the continuity, even though the continuity is full of holes.
Yeah.
So it could be because of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
It happened in Star Wars before, so.
Well, not all is doom and gloom in the world of the MCU. For Ryan Reynolds on his I think his handle on all social media is Van City Reynolds, dropped the most delightful, exciting video that has fans rejoicing across the world.
That's really, really, really good news.
Yeah.
So even though it should happen before when Deadpool wasn't Marvel, because right now it's again MCU. But Reynolds has cachet. He has. I don't think he would. I doubt that someone would come to Reynolds and say, "No, you can't do that." It's like,
yeah, because Reynolds can walk.
Yeah.
And
if he walks, Deadpool walks because he is Deadpool.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yep.
So he announced that Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, is gonna be on Wolverine 3.
Yeah. And they've done a couple of videos together, so go check them out on Van City Reynolds on TikTok, on Instagram, because they are truly hilarious.
They give details and clarify questions about the movie.
Yeah, it sounds great. I'm pretty excited. Okay, Robert Zemeckis is working on an adaptation of Here, and has got Tom Hanks and Paul Bettany.
Yeah, here's a graphic novel.
Oh, okay.
And graphic novels are the bell of the ball.
There's been some good stuff.
Yeah, of the moment, the minute of the moment, of the hour. And when properly done, it can mean good stuff.
It can. Russia has boycotted the 2023 Oscars.
And that for me is hilarious.
Wait, I was like, oh no! Oh boy, that'll show us for siding with Ukraine. What a blow!
Yeah, I thought this was ridiculously funny, and it's the type of propaganda that dictators put out. They claim they're always right, even though they are doing all sorts of things. Because they claim they're always right, they're gonna put these sort of virtuous signaling. People say, "Oh, look how a great leader opposing the American monsters," and yada. Anyways.
Yeah. So, bye Russia. Okay, Mythic Quest season 3. First of all, there is a season 3.
Yeah.
It's premiering November 11th.
Yes.
So, as stated before, just plan on watching stuff in November.
Yeah.
At least the first couple weeks. A really good idea is
just about Mythic Quest. The show is good, and McElhenney. I think Charlie Day's involved too. I think he's one of the creators.
He might be,
even though he's not on the show. Anyways, they prove more than once that they can go the long run.
Yes.
It's on set in Philadelphia. It's
It has been on way longer than it should have been.
No.
And I am enjoying all of it.
It has to keep going.
No, yeah.
When we see Rob and Dee, which is not her name. What's her name? Is Olsen, but I can't remember. Caitlin.
Yeah.
When we see Rob and Caitlin, adult son, in the show, it might be time to say we're only gonna do 5 more seasons. Until then,
I guess what I mean is, like, on
going.
paper, it's like, how do you have enough good content for a bajillion seasons?
It's life.
I don't know. It makes no sense. But the show is so funny and hilarious, and it just keeps on giving.
But it's like a situation comedy, and life is it's a endless source of situations.
Also, these guys are
The
phenomenal
sea
writers.
is always right.
Oy vey. All right. Let's see. A 51-year-old fake Joker said
that's
that
terrible.
this is bad.
Yeah.
Well, but it has a happy ending. He said he'd kill a bunch of people if his live video got to 1,000 viewers. But fortunately, he was arrested.
Yeah.
So
You see, kids. I mean, I don't know if you should be watching this.
yeah, I don't think we have kids watching.
But there's bad people in the world. Really bad people.
Mm-hmm.
Your movies and TV don't have bad people. So be aware. There's really bad people there. Even though our writers deny it. They say, no, they just misunderstood. Oh, it's just a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just should look at it. No. Anyways.
Yeah, but there's also good guys. Unfortunately, in this case, the good guys prevailed. Speaking of good guys, Bruce Willis recently retired from acting due to health issues, but he sold his deepfake likeness.
He's the very first.
Rights.
Is the very first. Is the historical moment. It's the very first time that's being negotiated.
Mm-hmm.
Has been sold to Hollywood that they can actually use his face, his what they call it, likeness into future projects.
Which is interesting. Okay, Jonathan Majors is in early talks to play Dennis Rodman in 48 Hours in Vegas.
Yeah, he looks for the part. They have some similarities, facial similarities, and he's a good actor. He proved more than once.
Yeah. Marvel is looking around for Thunderbolt's General Ross, a.k.a. Red Hulk.
Oh.
Who is their top choice?
There's rumors, there's scoopers saying that Harrison Ford might be the man to be the new Thunderbolt.
Okay, we could have finished that sentence a lot earlier. Harrison Ford is the man.
Yes, but...
he might also be the guy to play Red Hulk.
But, yeah, it would be cool. Yeah.
What an actor. Marvel is also working on Armor Wars, but they've shifted it from a Disney Plus series to a feature film.
Which is, I think, is really good news. Don Cheadle contract expired. So it might be his last project. Or this might be like blow up and be so big and massive and successful, and they might have to renew. And good luck for Marvel, because that's the thing. Marvel made contracts with everybody in the beginning. I'm gonna make 5 movies, and even if to Black Panther, which is by Chadwick Boseman. It was like 3 or 4. When the movie blew up and it was a huge success, your contract is already signed, so you can negotiate. With Shido after Armor Wars, and they want him back, they're gonna have to pay. So, yeah. Anyways,
cool. NBC is working on a divorce comedy. That doesn't sound like it should be funny. But they're working on a divorce comedy.
Well, it has
starring
Donald Faison and what's his book?
John Cryer.
And John Cryer.
Yeah.
So they might flip that into something fun.
Yeah. I mean, John Cryer has played a divorcee on a major series before.
Yeah, on
2.5
2.5
Men.
3. I mean, technically it was 3 because it was Charlie
really.
Sheen, him, and the kid, and then came Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Donald Faison was on the show called The Exes. Very funny show on was TV Land or was OPS? OPS. That's not a kind of channel called OPS. TBS. I think it was either TBS or comedy or TV Land.
You already said TV Land.
Yeah, one of those.
Okay.
It was a funny show. It was him. He was roommates with Newman. Wayne Knight.
Newton, isn't
Newton?
it? Knight.
No, Knight is the singer. Newton is the singer. Wayne Knight.
Oh, okay.
And can you remember the other guy? The other guy was the more like vanilla type of guy in between those two. The girls were Christine. It's not Christine. The tall girl from 30 Rocks from the Sun. Christine.
I don't remember her name. She's Tammy on Mom.
Yes.
That's all I got.
And there was another. She was the lawyer. I think for all of them, a divorce left for all of them. Oh. And there was another girl, was this pretty short blonde, not Christian Chenoweth. She was as tall as Christian Chenoweth. She was even shorter. She wasn't 2.5 Men. There's jokes about how like she's small and really teeny. So yeah, it was a decent show. It was funny, dealing with divorce and ex-wives and etc. etc.
Yeah.
But anyways,
that's coming from NBC. Venom director Ruben Fleischer is going to direct the 3rd installment of the Now You See Me.
Now You See Me.
Yeah.
Had good moments.
Mm-hmm. I liked the first 2.
What wasn't a good moment, I think, was whoever decided that Mr. Ruben Fleischer should use Venom as a credit. I'm pretty sure he has other things on his resume.
That were better than that.
Yeah, why? Right?
I don't know. Alright, and last but not least, Planet of the Apes is getting a title and the first image. And Freya Allen from The Witcher is going to star in it.
Yeah, it looks good. It has potential. There's 8 original movies plus the 3 new ones.
Yeah.
With good writers.
I love those 3 new ones. That's a good trilogy.
With good writers, they could go on and, maybe even a crossover. In the comic books, they did crossovers. I think there's Green Lantern in the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's cool.
I think there's Doctor Who in the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I bet there is.
There's you can cross over.
Yeah.
And if now we're doing, the industry is making comic book based movies, maybe in the near future, in Spider-Man, what was the last one called? No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Kind of touched on that. In the future, crossovers between universes could totally happen, and if well done, they're pretty good.
Definitely.
Anyways,
all right, that's all we got this week.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. So we see you next week with more pop culture news. Like us on our pages, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you can find. Retina Weekly. Tell to your friends about our podcast. Share, you know the drill. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.